Yes, I am.
Hi, Tania. Welcome,
Hi.
everyone, to Fast
Hi,
for Hunger.
Tanya.
Hello, hello.
Okay, you'll see her in a minute. So I just want to welcome you to Fast for Hunger. In this movement, we try to connect with those who are hungry, specifically our neighbors, and we want to be with them in our hearts and minds and actions. So thank you for being here. You could be having a delicious breakfast, or maybe it's your dinner time, but you decided to fast today and bring this love. And we're very excited to welcome Tania. She will be leading this meditation. She lives in Tania Nunez. She lives in New York. She's part of the Yoga Studies Institute teachers, and she's also a member of the Three Jules community, and where she offers virtual classes. And she has a master's degree in Chinese medicine acupuncture, and her dream is to continue to share this wisdom that she has learned from all her teachers and inspire others the infinite potential they have within to change their reality into a living. Wow, that's a cool dream. Thank you, Tania, for being here. And please also share us. We know you fasted. You did a very beautiful fasting last month. So feel free to share your experience, lessons learned, any tips so we can prepare whenever we're ready to fast with that motivation. Thank you, Tania.
Thank you, Sophia. That was a beautiful introduction. Super sweet. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm really excited to share this guidance with you. And is there a way that I can see everybody on the screen and not just like 3, 4 people? Is there a way we can switch that? If not, that's okay, but it's better if I can see everybody. So I've been fasting since about 7:30 last night, so I feel pretty good right now. I know some of you said are fasting and some of you are not, and you're just joining the meditation. And that's great because even just having the desire to want to even help another and have that in your mind, it's already a beautiful seed to have. And like Sophia said, since 3 p.m., wow, nice. That's amazing, Bob. So a little background, I I actually last month in August at the beginning of the month, I decided to do a 3-day water fast. So that's about 72 hours, I believe. And initially, my impulse to want to do that was for health reason. I was not feeling well because I was traveling a lot and I was eating all kinds of different food, and I know that had an effect on my system. And so something was telling me, I think you need to do a water fast and reset the entire digestive system, your entire gut. Um, and so that's how I went in on it. And maybe some of you, you're like, wow, that 3 days without food and just water, like, how would I even do that? And I think if you have the right motivation behind it, you will be able to do it. And also, a way that I found good to do it was to just take it each day at a time. So if I went for 24 hours and I still felt good, okay, then let me go a few more extra hours and then add another few hours. Because I also want to be compassionate to myself. If my body didn't feel well, then I would also do a disservice to myself. And what I learned from doing the 3-day water fast, once I started to introduce food again, one of the first things that I observed was that I had this reverence for the food on my plate. I had this great respect for it. Like it didn't just become my daily smoothie or my daily side of vegetables and beans and all these things. Like it was something much more powerful and magical that was doing something to my body that felt um, like a blessing to have. And I know most of us don't even think about it because food is so available. You know, we can go to the supermarket or the little store and like reach for the apple or the milk or the this or the that. And we forget how special it is, and the many hands that actually went into producing each one of those ingredients. If you ever heard Gashala talk about the croissant and even how much work it takes to just make one croissant, so think about it that way. But uh, about all your food and the amount of energy that it takes, so you are basically eating the energy that somebody else invested in it. Think about that. And so when I think about me fasting and doing this meditation with all of you here today, I think about, how that it's going to help other beings out. And all of you, I am sure you heard about the pen. I don't have a pen here, but this idea that whatever thoughts you're having, it's creating, thank you, Sophia, it's creating the reality that you're stepping into. And so if I'm seeing people who are hungry in the streets of New York or in the subway or just in general out in the world and places where there's famine and there's like real starvation, then that means I, in the past, didn't take care of others. And so this is an opportunity to move my mind to want to create the causes to take care of all of them. Why? Because they're all coming from me. They're all coming from my seeds. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So I invite you to imagine yourself as this being that is capable of bringing everyone into your table, of bringing everyone with you and inviting them to that meal. You, if you're fasting today, you see yourself taking that action after the meditation. I'm going to offer a meal to someone in the street, or I'm going to donate the money to this cause that we'll offer at the end, and or one that you feel connected to. But that's really the point, to plant the seeds in our mind stream that are going to cause a world that we see that is free of hunger. And we do that by our understanding of the seed system, and that everything that we're observing, it's just mirroring back what we have done. Okay, that was a lot of blah, blah, blah. So, and here's the other nice thing that you yourself will get out of fasting, even when you do 20 or 24 hours. I actually been fasting once a week for 24 hours. And I noticed since I started doing that after my 3-day fast, my mind is so much more clearer, so much more focused. I'm retaining information so much easier when before I had to keep reading and reading the same thing again and again. And I'm still in school, actually. I have 2 semesters left to finish my degree, by the way, Sophia. So almost there for the degree. So those are the benefits that you will get. Your meditations will get more stronger. Your practice will grow if you do yoga and everything else that you do in the world. So keep that in the back of your mind as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll go for about 15 or so minutes, so we have a little bit of time left at the end. And I like to start with a stretch. So I invite you all, if you like, to bring your arms up to the top of your head. And I'm interlacing my fingers and then bringing them up and stretch as high as you can. And then on the exhale, you're just gonna open your arms wide to the side and press your palms away from you, like you're making a lot of space around you. And then slowly you're gonna release your arms back down towards your sides. Now you're gonna twist, bring your left hand outside of your right knee. As you inhale, straighten your spine and twist, gaze over your shoulder, wake up your spine. And slowly exhale, face the front and then switch sides. Grow tall as you inhale And on the exhale, twist. And slowly return back towards the center. And then just bring one ear to one shoulder. Stretch the sides of your neck. And then the opposite side. And then slowly bring your chin towards your chest and roll and stretch the back of your neck. And then just go from one ear to the other, noticing the back area of your neck. I know we are always on screens, but it's nice to let it loosen. And then when you're ready, slowly bring yourself back and try to sit yourself in a way that's really comfortable with your spine as tall and long as you can. And then rest your hands on your legs. Facing down is more grounding, facing up is more awakening, or one on top of the other. So decide what works best for you. And then start to lower your eyes if you haven't done so. And just start taking some nice deep breaths through the nose. And as you do that, start to just observe maybe outer sounds you're picking up on your room, your space. Breathe into that. Breathe into the temperature as well, if it's cold or warm. And then as you take your next few breaths, just allow those sensations of any external sounds or temperature to start to take a back seat. You know they're there, and that's okay. Then slowly, we're going to transition into honing into our breath a little bit more closely. So on your next exhale, empty the air out fully from the lungs and inhale in for a round of one. Then exhale all the air out again and inhale in for two. Now keep going in your mind till you reach 10 rounds. If you observe your mind wanders away, just gently bring it back, pat yourself in the back that you caught it, and keep going. Minds like to wander, so we just want to bring them back. Now slowly and gradually feel the weight of your sit bones, the weight of your hips and legs touching your seat or the ground. And let them grow heavy like an anchor, rooting you to the earth. Now, from the very tip of your spine, your tailbone, imagine a little golden string starts to arise and starts to move up each one of your vertebrae, giving you an even taller spine. And as that string moves through the center, it reaches the top of your head through the crown and lifts up towards the sky. So now you have these two forces, one lifting you up towards the sky and another rooting you down to the earth. Now take a moment to make any final adjustments to your posture. And then slowly bring your attention to the center of your heart. And invite into your heart a memory from a time in your life, could be recent or from childhood, of when you first this urge to want to care for another living being. Because of your love and your compassion, you just wanted to take care of them. Now slowly just drop the image and keep the feeling of that memory inside your heart. And from it, let it start to transform into a pure crystalline white light. See it like a speck of light at the center of your heart. This is the seed of your love, your compassion. And as you breathe into that feeling, let that light start to grow and expand to the edges of your heart. And from that space, let it spill out of your heart and let that light grow and expand, reaching every corner of your being from head to toe, transforming every obstacle you ever had, every pain you ever felt. See your entire body enveloped in pure, crystalline, blue-white healing light. See yourself as this being with perfect health, feeling well physically, mentally, and emotionally. And as you relax and breathe into that, start to see that light in your heart center want to spill out, farther out. So call to mind the loved ones, the ones who mean the world to you, and see that light reach out to their heart. And as soon as it touches them, it transforms them. They transform every pain they had as well and accelerates them towards having unconditional love. As you see them, take a deep breath in and out and feel the relief. You see them and invite them to come closer to you, to take a seat in a semicircle like a crescent moon right in front of you. And because of this movement of your heart, it starts to grow even stronger and even more powerful, wanting to care for more people. So invite into your mind people who you don't know very well. You know them by face, but maybe you don't know their name, like neighbors in your street or people who work in your local coffee shop or other beings that come to your mind. And see the light from your heart reach out to their heart and remove all their obstacles too, and bring them every realization that frees them from their sufferings and accelerates them towards unconditional love too. As you see them sigh out in relief, they don't know where it's coming from, but they feel held, they feel supported. So you invite them to come closer and take a seat behind your loved ones, creating a bigger semicircle. And now this light grows even more powerful, even more stronger. So now you think of someone you have had a challenge or a difficulty with. You see them with your eyes of love, of wisdom, and you feel this urge to want to care for them too. So let a ray of light from your heart reach out to their heart and also remove all their obstacles. And also see them accelerate them towards having unconditional love and the causes for it. As you also invite them to join the rest of the group in that circle in front of you, the rays of your heart center grow even wider and more expansive, and you see them spill out into the streets and touch the hearts of all beings who just want to have sources to support themselves, the resources, hunger. It removes them, that from them. It gives them shelter and all they would ever need to make their dreams come true. Try to go as far as you can, reach your entire city and state and country, and then let it grow even farther, touching the hearts of all living beings around the world. See the edges of your kindness grow even beyond any concept of space and time, reaching out farther and farther. Try to abide in this feeling. Breathe into it. This is the mind of an awakened being. This is the meditation that plants the seeds to reach that mind. Now, gradually, with each inhale, start to draw the whole visual back into your heart. See the light return back from as far as you went, back to from the streets into your space, into your heart. And hold that powerful seed you always have with you, that you can always show up into the world with. Now slowly start to invite the sounds back into your room. Notice the weight of your seat once again. Start to move your toes and your fingertips. And do any stretch you like to reawaken. Welcome back, everybody. I hope that you enjoy the meditation. And I hope that you're able to step off your cushion with that feeling inside your heart and don't let it go to waste. Really use it with the next action that you take. This is what makes it grow even more inside our hearts and in our world. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. Sophia, should I give you back the mic? You're welcome.
Thank you, Tania. It was so beautiful. Thank you for reminding us to be compassionate to ourselves, like the reason why you did your fast. Compassion includes ourselves too. And for this beautiful meditation. And it was really beautiful to connect with that deep seed in us for compassion and expanding it. And very beautiful. And we would love to hear which hunger relief organization are you nominating today? Because I know you've been supporting one in New York. You want to talk about that? And Paulina, can you please share the image?
Yes, so this is the organization that I went ahead and donated to. It's called City Harvest, and it's here in New York. And what they do is that they basically rescue food that otherwise would just go to the waste, to the trash, and basically reinvest it back into communities that don't have the resources to have food. So, for example, you would be feeding children who come from low income communities, and it gives them like the breakfast and lunch at school. It also feeds senior citizens who don't have the means to buy food, and it's sourced out to them as well as to the homeless population, which here in New York has been growing because we have a lot of immigrants that we invited into New York City to create a new life for themselves. So I really love this organization, and mostly because they're trying to use their energies to collect food that otherwise would go to waste. Because if you're living in a big state or a city like New York, a lot of food goes to waste, and it's a shame because no one would be hungry otherwise. We would all have food for real. So that's who I'm nominating, and I invite you to check them out. And yeah.
Thank you, Tanya. And well, yes, if you want to take this compassion and this love into action, we invite you to donate to a local organization, or if you don't have one, you can support City Harvest. I checked their website. It's really cool. With whatever you donate, they will double it. And like for $37, they will feed for 1 week a kid, a hungry kid. So check it out in case you don't have your own local hunger relief organization. If you do have it, please donate the money you save, because we're not eating right, or we won't eat maybe tomorrow. And fill out the form that we will be sharing, that Paulina will kindly post in the chat, so we can know how many of us are fasting, meditating, helping together. And you can donate even if you didn't fast. And well, please keep joining us in these fast and meditation events. The next one will be in October 14th at this same time, 9 a.m. New York time. And if you want to lead a meditation like Tania did today, please contact me. Also, Paulina will post my email address, and you will get a follow email after the session, and you can submit if you're interested. There's a button where you can let us know if you're interested in leading these meditations. And finally, if you want to increase the power of your meditation and your fasting, we invite you to come to the upcoming course, Hatha Yoga Pradipika Chapter 2, with Geshe Michael Roach, Earl Burney, and many other YSI instructors. Tania will be teaching. Will you be teaching meditation, Tania, or just yoga asana?
Just yoga asana
Okay.
this time.
Okay, well, she will be teaching there, so it's an amazing course where you will learn how to breathe and bring your energy into your central channel. So how cool is that? So please join us. There's the banner and the QR code. And thank you so much, Tania. Thank you, both of you, Anastasia, Gina, Lorena, Catherine, Burnett, all the distributors and volunteers who supported this event, and all of you who joined to meditate with us. Have a beautiful evening, day, morning.
Thanks, Tania. Thanks, Sophie. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Sophie. Thanks, everyone.